Getting a handle on your product development data and processes can be overwhelming. With the 3D Experience platform, you can provide alignment to your processes and structure to your data. Before we get started, let's take a brief look at some of the differences between SOLIDWORKS PDM and Cloud Data Management on the 3D Experience platform. As you can see, PDM runs within Windows with a SQL database running in the background. Cloud Data Management runs on any web browser with an internet connection. PDM is very similar to File Explorer, with the ability to create folders and leverage Windows technology. Cloud Data Management has two standard options, 3D Drive and 3D Space, as well as allow for access to other cloud storage programs like Dropbox and Google Drive. You can also set up a file structure utilizing bookmarks, which is like Windows. Both products integrate into SOLIDWORKS and Office products. PDM creates a local vault view for the client installations to access files from the local C drive, and Cloud Data Management also stores files locally but are stored in a local cache folder. Both programs offer viewing capabilities. PDM leverages eDrawings, and the 3D Experience platform offers an app called 3D Play, which has very similar capabilities. PDM may require one or more servers for multi-site companies, and they can be replicated from one location to another. No servers are required for Cloud Data Management. Dassault Systems and SOLIDWORKS maintains the cloud service for us. PDM supports multiple custom workflows to support a variety of documents. Cloud Data Management has a single workflow that can be edited slightly, but there are some capabilities like route management that can be leveraged via the Task Management app. PDM can be integrated into SOLIDWORKS Manage, which adds additional capabilities to the user. Cloud Data Management fully integrates with all the 3D Experience apps available on the platform. PDM runs on the SOLIDWORKS Network license. Cloud Data Management is powered by Inovia PLM, and each license is assigned to an individual via the SaaS model. Today, we will follow Eric as he securely organizes and manages his latest project on the BioDAP motor knee. We will see how all product development documents are stored. We will see how Eric can collaborate with his team without the need for emails and disconnected communication tools. We will see how the platform can assist with getting a design released. And finally, we will see how Eric can achieve full traceability when implementing a design change. Once logged into the platform, Eric begins reviewing the tasks he needs to finish before the end of the day. Tasks are a simple way to assign work and keep the entire product team up to date. To keep the product on schedule, Pete, the product manager, needs Eric to finalize the knee models so Sam in manufacturing can review them. Megan, the supervisor, needs Eric to update and add the product specification documents to the project. After reviewing the details, Eric simply drags and drops the task into the in work column. Megan will then be notified that Eric has started working on the project. Now, Eric can keep his entire team organized by placing their product documents into bookmarks. These collections provide a familiar structure for organizing and navigating all product documents and provide quick insight to design properties. "3D models can be previewed, and detailed property information can be accessed, and supporting Office documents like the product specification documents can be dragged and dropped into the collection." Programs like Excel, PowerPoint, and Word all have integrations with the 3D Experience, allowing Eric to browse to the product specification documents and open it from the cloud. Eric updates the title of the document as well as adjusts the date. and then he saves it back to the platform, providing a short description of what he's updated. At any time, a full version and history of the document can be accessed so that the team can quickly pull up the older version or the older revision if needed. With Megan's task completed, Eric moves on to finishing up the need models in SOLIDWORKS. The task pane provides valuable insight into whether the design has been saved to the platform or not. Document reservation status, as well as the revision. It's also easy for Eric to identify whether a document has been released or not, and what its part number is. With a single right click, Eric selects to save his drawing and assembly. Just like the Office integration, he has full access to the bookmark structure, ensuring he saves his design to the right project. He'll add a quick comment and then save the design. Only the files that have changed are pushed to the platform, ensuring the process is as efficient as possible. Now that the design is saved, Eric can access his task directly from the task pane in SOLIDWORKS and check the task as completed. With the 3D Experience platform, Eric has peace of mind with secure cloud-based file storage for all his team's project data. Now, Eric wants to get Sam's opinion on the design from a manufacturer's viewpoint. This traditionally would have been an email to Sam and a lot of back and forth. So let's see how Eric and Sam approaches this now. Eric starts by accessing the properties of the model directly and navigating to the comments section. Comments provide him an easy way to tag Sam and share information directly connected to the model. No emails and no attachments. Let's catch up with Sam and see what his thoughts are. Sam gets notified that he has a new mention from Eric, meaning that Eric mentioned him in a comment. He clicks on it to see what Eric's had to say. Additionally, he has easy access to previewing the 3D model. Sam's not a SOLIDWORKS user, but he needs to better understand the product structure of the design. So, he closes the notification and does a quick search. Once found, he drags and drops it into the Product Structure Explorer. This tool not only allows him to see the product structure, but also see key information like part numbers, maturity state, and ownership. In addition, he can drill down into the individual item and see related documents like this first article inspection document. As helpful as it is to see the structure, Sam's job requires him to look at things differently. With 6W tags, Sam can choose to group the structure based on criteria such as will the part be manufactured or purchased. He can now expand the make group to see the purchase components. He can quickly identify that Eric has forgotten to indicate the status of the full whole pyramid. In the spirit of collaboration, Sam opens the property dialog, edits the properties, and indicates that the part is something they can manufacture in-house. With a quick refresh, everything is updated. As Sam begins to look further into the design, he has an idea that he thinks can make it more robust and reduce the number of parts and be easier to assemble. Using the built-in communication tools, he reaches out to Eric via chat to see if he can be available to discuss his idea. Eric responds and offers to start a call. With screen sharing, audio, and video built into the 3D Experience platform, it's easy for Eric and Sam to collaborate on their ideas. Eric begins to share the 3D markup on his screen. This is a powerful way for him to document Sam's ideas. He begins to sketch out supports that can be integrated into the bottom bracket, which will better support the shock. He indicates 2 holes that need to be added and changes the line style to better reflect their design intent. Finally, he adds a note indicating the need to remove the current pin and use a shoulder screw instead. Eric updates the slide to capture the model orientation and notes. Eric's planning to work from home this afternoon, so he creates a task for himself to remind him to make these changes. Once the task is created, he can simply drag and drop both the assembly and the markup onto the task, so he can easily access them this afternoon. The 3D Experience platform provides Eric a powerful set of integration, communication, and design review tools that make the team more efficient. Now, Eric's had a busy yet productive morning, but he must work from home later this afternoon. Without missing a beat, he picks right up where he left off, making the design changes and getting this design released. He starts by accessing the task directly from SOLIDWORKS, where he can preview the markup from the conversation with Sam. He has full access to the slides that were created and the details they contain. Before Eric makes any changes, he wants to make sure he hasn't used this bracket in any other bracket designs. This is easy to do by simply selecting the part and choosing to select its relations. He browses down to the Relations app. As he digs into the relations, he can see this bracket is also used in a non-sport version of the knee design. It's best if he creates the new bracket instead of the old one. Although the drawing and the assembly are in an in-work state, Eric wants to capture the design changes he is about to make with a secondary revision. He will simply right-click on the drawing and assembly and choose to create a new revision, add a comment, and revise. He is visually alerted with a plus symbol that a new revision now exists, and he can choose to load it with Replace by Revision. With powerful revision management capabilities, Eric can choose to load the past revisions or new ones at any time. With A.2 loaded, Eric locks the assembly and the drawings so that he can begin working on them. In the assembly, he swaps out the old bracket with the new one he has just finished designing. He then uses the powerful search capabilities to find an M6 shoulder screw that he can use in his design. Once found, he drags and drops it into his assembly and then mates it into place. With the design changes made, Eric is ready to finalize the part numbers and release this design. He switches back to the drawing, sorts the design by enterprise item number, and then selects the items that need numbers assigned. This makes it easy for Eric to ensure that all items have part numbers assigned before they are released. Eric saves his changes back to the platform with a final comment and then proceeds to releasing the final design. Releasing design not only changes the permissions to the design for the organization, but it also fills out the title block with an updated status and adds Eric's name to the check by field, making managing the details of the release easy. Eric completes another task off of his list and has had a very productive day. He also was able to complete this project from home. The platform also automatically created a PDF of the drawing as well, allowing him to move on to the next design. Managing product data on the 3D Experience platform makes handling the details of the design release process effortless. The successful launch of the Motor Knee brought growth to the BioAdapt team and the need for additional structure to the design change management, including the need for approval routes, issue tracking, and formal change actions. To handle this, Eric created a standard route for all the team members that need to review the sign-off on design changes. Route tasks can be both parallel or linear, and parallel tasks can require either all or only the assignees to provide their approval. Additionally, the team now utilizes issues when they identify a possible improvement. Issues create an easy way for anyone like Ben in product management to bring an idea to Eric's attention. Eric begins reviewing Ben's high priority idea to reduce the overall weight in order to increase overall performance. Ben has identified the parts and assembly he is referring to. Which makes it easy for Eric to review the request and visually see the request Eric was referring to. Eric's confident we can make the change. So he updates the issue to an in-work status and then starts a formal change action. Directly from the issue, all the information from the issue is copied over, making Eric's life easier. He simply sets the priority and the due date and saves the change action. With everything nicely correlated together, Eric begins the work of building out the rest of the change action. As the owner of the design, Eric is identified as the assignee, and because Ben initiated the issue, he'll stay informed as to its progress. For the approval, Eric can simply add the approval route template to the change action. With any change, it's important to do a full change assessment. With the 3D Experience platform, this is a mouse click away. Eric can easily see the drawing and assemblies that are now impacted by the design change. Once selected, they can be dragged and dropped into the change action. Now, Eric just needs to move the change action to an in-work status, and when he does, the change action takes care of automating the creation of all the needed revisions. The change action now provides the needed permissions for any change to the design it's connected with. In order to make the design changes, Eric simply needs to work under the change action by clicking on the helmet inside of SOLIDWORKS, and it turns yellow indicating it's activated. With material now removed from the linkage, Eric will now set the design status to frozen to indicate that it has been reviewed by the team. Eric updates the change action directly from SOLIDWORKS. Once all affected items are set to frozen, he is ready to initiate a change of reviews and approvals by moving the change action from in work to approval. As each stage of the approval route is approved, the change action is updated. Now all that's left is for Eric to provide his final approval. He double-clicks the tab, adds his comments, and selects Approved. He is then presented with an e-signature providing him the ability to attest to his approval by entering his username and password. The approval of the change action automatically changes the lifecycle status of the affected items to release. In addition, the properties of the items now indicate the change action is the reason for the release, and captures all the sign-offs, providing full traceability. To close the loop with Ben, his original issue has been automatically transitioned from in-work to an approval, and after review can be closed out as well. The 3D Experience platform provides full change management traceability from request to completion for the whole team, from document management and collaboration to design release and change management. The 3D Experience platform provides you and your team the tools you need to provide alignment to your processes and structure to your data.